With summer coming to a close, surely this is the part where I tell you that my comeback is complete and the glorious marathon dream is alive once again. Yeah, never mind. Instead, I was hit with the complete opposite of what I was hoping for. An MRI, too many needles, one disappointing Zoom call, and a summer of training that somehow kept on getting worse. But to understand how I ended up here, we need to first go back to July 4th to what should have been the safest and easiest 5K of my life. Now, the race was called the Houston 4th Fest 5K, and going into it, I had absolutely no plans of running a quick time. Right here, my training was finally starting to increase again and the pain in my legs were subsiding. And the plan here was very simple. Run a slow 5K with the family and finish the race without destroying any of the progress I made. There should have been absolutely no reason for things to go wrong, which historically is usually when everything goes wrong. Yeah, as soon as the race started, my entire plan fell apart. I mean, within the first 800 meters, my Achilles felt like they turned into hardened stone and my knees joined in that protest. What a great way to start the race. Once I realized the pain wasn't gonna go away, I pulled over for a quick pit stop. I walked a bit, stretched the legs, left Achilles hurting. Before I had reached mile 2, I was walking once again, and from then on, the race became a rinse and repeat. Eventually though, after dragging myself to the finish line, I crossed with a time of 40 minutes and 32 seconds. Let that simmer in for a sec. Now, to explain how bad that is for me, my original goal was to finish in 35 minutes. That is not an insane thing to do. But the craziest part is that only 8 months earlier, I did a 10K with a time of 40:03. Yeah, that just shows how much my training has went from here to the floor. My fitness is right about here. Of course, the race wasn't only about the time I finished in and how strong I was aerobically because I had to walk due to pain, but that was not a good thing to see. At this point, I'm done. I need a solution, I need it quick, and I was done trying to fix everything by myself, hoping for the pain to magically disappear. So it was time to bring in the professionals, which is how 3 days later, my mother tricked me into an acupuncture appointment.
As you can see, I have one in my ear, one on the top of my head, and I gotta say, this is miserable. It hurts, I don't like it, but I must do it because I wanna run so bad.
Yeah, that first session was miserable. And in my defense, I was told it was a sports doctor. As someone who hates needles, the fact that I'm willingly letting someone stick them all over my legs should tell you how desperate I was to start running normally again. And apparently my legs weren't enough because we were getting needles on my ear, my face, the top of my head, absolutely everywhere. My hand too. And after a few appointments, I had to ask myself the million-dollar question of, did acupuncture actually help? Yes. Running was not completely normal yet, but for the first time in a while, my legs were beginning to move in the right direction. But even with that improvement, my training wasn't going anywhere. During this period, I was running about 9 miles a week and I biked around 30 miles a week. And I was doing everything I was told. I'm talking buying new insoles, elevating my legs before I sleep, and limiting myself to 1 training session a day. But every single time I tried to increase the volume or intensity, boom, no, did not like that. My legs said no. So instead of increasing, we just flatlined. Like I stayed at this level for I think 3-4 weeks. Yeah, it was a while. Wow, it rained really hard last night and it's so wet outside. All right, clearly me and my legs are at a stalemate right now. And with me leaving for college in a month, I don't got time to be messing around with no injuries, okay? I gotta be out running. So it was a visit to the professionals once again to get an MRI to learn what is wrong with these knees. And the results? Well, let me list them off for you. All right, starting off with the left knee, we got tendon irritation, fat pad inflammation, and patellar maltracking. These are all terms that are very new to me. And if it wasn't bad enough, well, it gets worse with the right knee, which is the same thing but times 2, with even a tiny tendon tear. What is going on with my knee? Now you can pause the screen to read the summary more in detail, but it's not looking so great now, is it? And of course, there's always gonna be a solution, don't worry. We're gonna hop on a Zoom call with a sports doctor and he's gonna give me the rundown of what I gotta do. All right, so it seems like I'm gonna have to do a voiceover of what we went over during the discussion. Starting off with the good news, he made it clear that there's no need for surgery even though there is a tear. It's not that big, so that is music to my ears. Moving on, he confirmed that I have tendonitis on both patella tendons. He also explained more to me about what the Hoffa fat pad is. Now, to briefly explain what he told me, he said that the fat pad is right behind the patella tendon, and this is a little piece of fat that helps protect the patella tendon from rubbing against the bone. What's happening to me is that my fat pad is a bit irritated, which means a lot of pain for me. Now, as for the plan of action, we both agreed that I would start physical therapy as soon as possible to help build the muscles around the knee that I don't really use that much, because the whole point is to take as much load off the knee as possible. Now, of course, I had to ask him the grand question of what do I do about the pavement pounding? As for his response, he pretty much told me that I would be better off doing cross training. If I want to do this right, it has to be slow and grindy, because clearly taking shortcuts is not going to get me anywhere. So now I just actually got to lock in on this comeback. All right, so the plan today is we're going to go on a nice bike ride in the Texas heat. I swear it's about 90 degrees outside, super hot, super sweaty, and musty. So since we've been banned from the pavement pounding, we're gonna move over to the RTM mobile, get some mileage on the legs, because we still gotta keep the cardio up. I can't just lose everything. Skipping the college team route gave me a massive advantage, which is I can take all the time I need to completely rebuild my legs. There's zero pressure to be race ready for any cross-country season, and since the real marathon season doesn't really start till late fall, I have a massive window to build my base. Right now, my only priority is to fix my knees and safely ramp up my mileage. Oh my God, bruh. I gotta say, we're a bit high up, but the view is very, very cool out here. Wow. All right, I got a cool trick I wanna show y'all. Look at this. Boom. Oh my God. No hand biking, isn't that crazy? Oh yeah, we've leveled up the biking skills, baby. Now with the new skill under my belt, all that's left to do is to explore the routes of the bayou and cruise down these hills. Another plus about having more cross training means that I have more opportunities to rack in that Uber Eats dough and shower in the cash. But I soon came to realize that all this cycling seems to be causing some pain. You know, one thing I just can't stand about biking, like listen, I love biking, but my butt hurts a lot. If I can't run, I have to bike as cross training, but how can I cross train if that hurts too? Like, are we serious? It's pretty annoying because the biking shorts that you buy are also expensive too. So it's not like I can buy out more biking shorts because I'm just wasting so much money. I'm gonna have to look into this issue more, but if y'all have any suggestions on how to fix my tushy issue, leave them down below. But I think it's time to wrap up this ride and say hello to the best form of hydration in the world. I love water. So good. Like I feel the life force coming back. Now let me give y'all a room tour because my room has practically turned into an actual recovery dojo with all the stuff I have to do. Starting off with this massive clearing right here, which I love to use for my bands, which I always keep near my couch. I like to use them before all my workouts and bike rides that I do because it's a good way to warm up the legs without really putting in much strength into them. Now right next to that, I keep this bad boy right here, and oh my goodness, is this, I think, the best, I don't know, like roller or something. I don't even know what this is. But this right here is the go of rolling out my muscles. And of course, I have to be watching my favorite YouTuber while I'm at it. I can't forget my massage roller. Oh yeah, this bad boy right here with the massive spikes that love to dig into your muscles. Hey, I'm just saying, I never showed y'all the medal rack, but here it is in all its glory. It's amazing. I don't know where my marathon medal went. That's not, I should know where my marathon medal is. That's like my favorite medal. Ah, there it is. Look at this. Oh my God, marathon medal, baby. Best race while also being the worst race I've ever done. In the back over here, I can't forget about the mini fridge. Oh yeah, look at this. This is where I keep all the waters. I ran out of water, okay? I usually have it filled to the brim with water. And we have some massage creams, tiny ice packs, pain creams, and then yeah. So as y'all can tell, my room is absolutely riddled with little trinkets that I use for recovery. And I even have some recovery boots around here lying. Y'all have seen it in some videos, but they're somewhere, I guess. Now that's a bit better. Y'all finally know what's been going on this past month for me, and it's been anything but pretty. But the marathon dream has not been canceled yet, only a bit delayed. The next step is to wait for my physical therapy appointment, and until then, we just gotta put way more focus into building up my strength instead of worrying about how many miles I'm running. Because right now, clearly trying to force anything is not gonna help my case. I need to actually rebuild these legs from the ground up and hopefully break the stalemate that my legs have had me held in for the past few months. Listen, I don't know how long this will take, nor do I think it will be a smooth journey, because it probably won't. Nothing here has been smooth. But this has been Alberto from Road to Marathons, leaving y'all on the note to make sure to push past your limits, because nothing about recovery is easy.